So this list is all the rail trails that we just love, and it is in no particular order. You just can't decide which one is number one.
You ask, what's a rail trail? You probably already know, but they're trails that have built on land that was once used for a railroad line. And you have to see the two surprising trails that we picked at the end.
This should be on your list as one of the best trails to ride, the Great Allegheny Passage, nicknamed the GAP. It stretches 150 miles from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Cumberland, Maryland. It's hard-crushed limestone, and some places are paved.
This trail is great for summer. It's super shaded.
There are hidden gems all over this trail.
Cross stunning viaducts, ride through dark tunnels, and get incredible views as it winds along the rivers.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Our next stop is in Maryland. It's a peaceful ride into the heart of rural life and local culture. The 3-Notch Trail in St. Mary's County is a paved trail that paddled past 18th to 19th century farmhouses, rolling hills, and quiet wooded areas that seem a world away from modern life. But what you'll see here is truly special. This area is home to one of Southern Maryland's active Amish communities.
The trail we're going to ride today is a bit unusual because the local Amish residents are permitted to bring their horses and buggies onto this trail, so we might run into some of them. Who knows? You can see the buggy marks on the trail. That looks like fresh poop there. I see a horse and buggy. Oh, there's our horse and buggy right there. Whoa! This is the Jack A. Markel Trail, or they call it the Jam. It's nearly an 8-mile trail. It's built right on top of an old freight rail line, and it connects to Wilmington Riverfront to the historic town of Newcastle, Delaware. The first bit of magic is this boardwalk. When I round the bend, I go from sprawling city to untouched marshlands. For more than a mile, you are literally riding over the marsh, and you really feel like you're floating on this amazing bike trail. The Metropolitan Branch Trail in Washington, D.C. is partially a rail trail. This rail trail connects Washington, D.C.'s Union Station to the bustling beltway town of Silver Spring, Maryland. The Metropolitan Branch Trail, they call it the MBT, is a paved 11-foot wide, 7.9 miles long that serves thousands of commuters and recreational seekers on this trail. What makes this trail unique, as you ride your bike, you can see vibrant artwork, a series of revolving murals, and local attractions. There's many breweries off this trail.
Wish you were beer!
Pretty amazing what they did with this trail. Is Schenectady worth visiting?
Yes, Schenectady is worth visiting. We are at part of the Empire State Trail. It's a 750-mile trail. It is the largest in the United States. It's a multi-use trail that goes from Albany to Buffalo and also from New York City to the Canadian border. And that's where we are today.
So we're now at Lock 23 on the Erie Canal. I wish I remember that song. Now just like
down the Erie Canal.
It's an incredible way to see the full, surprising breadth of New York State.
It's beautiful. We're gonna ride our bikes along the Delaware and Lehigh Rail Trail in Pennsylvania, and it's gonna be really incredibly picturesque. And we're getting onto the trail, and it is compact gravel, very nice. There's mountains on one side and the river and the railroad. It's already picturesque. Look at this, it looks like we're riding right into the mountain. That's an old railroad tunnel. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. And we haven't even gotten to the town yet. This used to be a thriving railroad that would go from Baltimore to Annapolis. But lucky for us, the railroad has been abandoned and has been made into a fantastic family bike trail. Us on the B&A. That's pretty handy. Tools and air pump. Asphalt, smooth. You can use a road bike. Cute little cafe right off the trail. A couple of historic train depots along the way. It's all flat. No hills so far, right? Nope, there will be some. We're going through quiet neighborhoods. Hey, horse. Oh, lovely. It's gorgeous.
The Northwest Lancaster County River Trail. This is fully paved, a 14-mile path. The real magic is what you'll find along the Susquehanna River. First up, you'll see the White Cliffs of Canal. It's a huge spot for photos and panoramic views. Further down the trail, you'll ride through the Point of Rocks Tunnel. This is a 180-foot tunnel. Some locals even say it's haunted. It's almost entirely flat, so it's great for most riders. The next trail that we really loved, the Santa Fe Rail Trail in New Mexico. This ride is just on another level. The trail runs for about 17 miles, starting in the super vibrant Santa Fe Rail Yard Arts District, heading out towards the historic depot in Lammy.
Now the first part of this rail trail is suburban, and then there's going to be a certain point where it's going to turn to gravel.
Then suddenly you're in the high desert. The landscape is just breathtaking with these panoramic views of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. A true Hall of Famer, Maryland's Torrey C. Brown Rail Trail.
We're going to bike ride through the northern Maryland countryside on a rail trail among horse farms, tiny villages, and a really tiny village of gnomes.
About 21 miles of crushed stone. It goes along the Gunpowder River. It's fairly flat. Go a little further, goes into Pennsylvania.
And shaded by a thick canopy of trees. It's peaceful, historic, and absolute joy for a lazy afternoon ride. We especially love the stop at Moncton Station, a restored depot that's now a cool little museum.
Gnome Hill.
Should have known you would have liked that.
On our way, Gnome.
The Island Rail Trail in Vermont. This 14-mile trail offers one of the most unique biking experiences anywhere. It runs along Lake Champlain and features a 3-mile causeway that has you pedaling right across the water, with a seasonal bike ferry to get you across the 200-foot gap in the path.
Hall of Fame bike trails.
So let's go riding! We are picking up the Heritage Trail in Pennsylvania.
For over 20 miles, you're on this smooth, crushed stone surface, riding past historic markers and scenic overlooks of the Susquehanna River. Connects a string of these incredibly charming small towns, and each one has its own personality, with great little cafes and tons of history.
Beware when you enter through the tunnel. It has been reported that there have been ghosts lurking.
The New River Trail State Park in Virginia. This 57-mile trail in southwest Virginia follows the historic New River, one of the oldest rivers in the world. It features 2 tunnels and 3 major bridges, including an impressive 1,800-foot-long Hiawassee River Bridge. Next, we're heading to a trail that crosses 2 states and offers a completely different kind of show. The Cardin C&D Canal Trail in Maryland links up perfectly with the Michael and Castle Trail in Delaware, creating a combined path of over 14 miles long. What makes this ride so cool is the non-stop maritime action. You'll be riding alongside massive freighters, sailboats, and all kinds of boats making their way through this crucial waterway. It's fascinating and constantly changing views that you just don't get anywhere else. Flat and smooth path takes you all the way to Delaware City, another historic gem on the Delaware River. The Virginia Creeper Trail, a true classic. This 34-mile trail is famous for the shuttle services that drop you off at the top of the trail, letting you enjoy a mostly downhill ride back to Abington. There is a fee for the shuttle. It cruises through lush forest, over 47 trestles, and alongside rushing streams. Then you've got the Western Maryland Rail Trail, a 28-mile paved path that runs right alongside the Potomac River and the C&O Canal towpath. You've got views of the Appalachian Mountains and steep cliffs towering right over you. The Northern Rail Trail is a 58-mile multi-use trail passing through corn and hayfields, lakes, wetlands, and lots of historic sites, and lots of bridges and scenic overlooks. The trail is mostly flat and it is on compacted fine gravels. The High Bridge Trail in Virginia, it's not the longest on our list, but it's just over 32 miles, but it has one feature that will literally stop you in your tracks. The star of the show is this majestic high bridge at over 2,400 feet long and soaring 125 feet above. It's the longest recreational bridge in Virginia. Riding across it, it feels like you're floating over the treetops. The path is wide, flat, and made of finely crushed limestone, perfect for any skill level. Get ready for a change of pace. We're going to go down to Louisiana for a massive ride along one of the world's most legendary rivers.
This particular trail, the Mississippi River Trail, it's a rail trail, which is cool. You can ride
On top of a huge levee.
overlooking the Mississippi River.
For mile after mile you're riding, and the mighty river on one side, a unique slice of Louisiana life on the other. The Mississippi River Rail Trail. Starting in New Orleans near Audubon Park, it's a must. From here, the paved path is almost entirely flat and traffic-free. The most popular continuous stretch runs over 20 miles, taking you past historic sites, old plantations. Keep an eye out for alligators sunning on the bank, egrets, and other wetland birds. The best time to ride is early in the morning before the heat and the humidity really kick in.
It goes 20 miles direct, and then it breaks up, and then it picks up for another 60 straight miles.
You'll watch massive barges and freights fight the currents, a constant reminder of the river's role as the industry artery. After that epic river ride, our next trail shows off a totally different side of New Orleans. The Lafitte Greenway is a 2.6-mile urban path that connects
The French Quarter all the way to City Park.
and it's buzzing with life and culture. This path is flat, paved, and very well lit, and makes it perfect for a short, easy ride to City Park.
Lake, art museum, sculpture garden, and other incredible things to see in this park.
It might be one of the shorter trails on our list, but the Lafitte Greenway packs an incredible amount of culture, art, and local flavor into every single foot.
This is a rail trail. It used to be the B&O Railroad right here.
The Capitol Crescent Trail. This trail connects Georgetown in Washington, D.C. to Bethesda, Maryland. It's about 7 miles. It's shaded and it's a peaceful escape.
We're coming up to a railroad tunnel. It looks like a Roman arch. Coming up to the Crooked Bridge.
Let's look for cherry blossoms.
If you're on this trail during cherry blossom season, you have got to stop at the Kenwood neighborhood. We are going to follow the Jones Fall Trail for 12 miles. This partial rail trail will take us through peaceful wooded areas. It seems very hilly. Here are the falls. Oh, it's lovely here. We're in Baltimore and you really don't feel like you're in the city at all. Druid Hill Park. Nice. The second largest greenhouse in the country, right here. Wow. We have a panoramic view of Baltimore up here, which is very cool. If you don't follow those green spray paint signs, you can surely get lost.
Yeah, they're not that big either.
We missed a couple of turns and had to backtrack. Streets with protected bike lanes, all the way to the beautiful inner harbor of the city of Baltimore. We were successful. We made it to the inner harbor. Woo-hoo! The beach, the sun, and some famous cream of crab soup. Who wouldn't like that? So we are going to take you to one of Chesapeake Bay's islands on a bicycle trail.
The Cross Island Trail on Kent Island is a 6.5-mile paved rail trail
that leads us to spectacular views of the water, boats.
It spans the island from Terrapin Nature Park on the bay to the bustling Kent Narrows waterway. The trail takes you through canopy forests, across marshlands, on boardwalks. You get fantastic views of the Chester River, and you can see the iconic Chesapeake Bay Bridge in the distance. The trail itself is mostly flat, paved, and great for an easy-going ride. You can go to Kent's Narrow, where you can watch the fishing boats and grab some fresh seafood at one of the waterfront restaurants.
We've got to go try the famous crab soup.
Just a relaxing vibe of the Eastern Shore.
It's a really nice spot, so smooth.
We're near Boston, Massachusetts, and we're going to follow the Minuteman Bikeway Rail Trail to recreate Paul Revere's desperate race to Lexington. It's a gorgeous rail trail that starts from Cambridge to Bedford, Massachusetts. And it's smooth and paved, and it is a Hall of Fame trail. This is a 10-mile trail, cuts right through the heart of the American Revolution, and you can really absolutely feel it. It's very wide.
You know, it's a beautiful trail, nice and shaded.
Paul Revere rode about 13 miles in the dark, dodging enemy patrol, and warned the men who would lead a revolution. We rode 10 miles on a paved path, successfully ordered a coffee on my phone, and my only real hardship was a mild case of dehydration. This is gonna be awesome. So what does a bike path have to do to get into the Hall of Fame? Does it have to give a tearful acceptance speech or thank your agents or all the little people? Today we're going to find out how, by riding the East Bay Bike Path in Rhode Island, how it became on the Hall of Fame trail list. This trail is 14.5 miles long. It's a rail trail. We'll pedal through Providence, through charming, quaint towns, to discover the can't-miss sights that makes this one of America's best rail trails. It delivers incredible panoramic views of the Seekonk River and the skyline of Providence. It's a gorgeous bit of eye candy. We have to go check that out. There he is. There's the troll.
It's this guy named Thomas Dambo, and he makes these enormous trolls out of found material.
It's a lovely ride. We're playing chicken.
What's up?
We're playing chicken. Who's gonna move over? Hey, Robert! We're on a mission to bike Schuylkill River Trail, not just for the exercise, but to cover the forgotten history and the bizarre sights hidden right along this path, all the way to the Philadelphia Art Museum. We have heard that the Schuylkill River Trail is partly a rail trail that was Philly's most serene and beautiful bike path. It's part of a massive planned 120-mile network with about 75 miles already completed along the old rail lines. It sounds like a dream. Wow, very interesting. And now we just turned on to the main event, Kelly Drive. And this is where the trail opens up and you see these incredible sweeping views of the Schuylkill River. Now we're coming up to the iconic boathouses.
There are a lot of interesting sights to see off this trail.
We're almost to the finish line, like Rocky Stallone. The Schuylkill River Trail is so much more wonderful than we ever imagined. Philadelphia, you are a city of endless surprises. Our adventure began in Falmouth, Massachusetts on the Shining Sea Bikeway Rail Trail. This is a 10.5-mile trail It's paved and it's well marked, and it follows an old railroad line, and it's almost totally flat. No need for e-bikes. And it winds through classic Cape Cod scenery. 1 minute you're in the woodlands, and then the next path opens up to breathtaking views of the Vineyard Sound and cranberry bogs and beaches, and oh my God.
These are the cranberry bogs, but they're not out until the fall, but you can imagine.
Shining sea, beautiful. Oh my God, look at all these rocks. Wow. The trail conveniently drops you right at Woods Hole Ferry, the terminal where you can get your tickets to get the ferry.
And then you can pick up the ferry from there, and it'll take you to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket Island.
Let's go ride on the w&od.
Not all great rail trails are out in the wilderness. These urban corridors are green highways that cut right through major cities. The Washington and Old Dominion Trail in Virginia, known as the skinniest park in Virginia.
We're gonna travel where George Washington traveled. And this is a rail trail. This used to be where the trains travel, but not anymore. So all aboard. No tickets necessary today. The ride is free.
It's an incredibly popular commuting and recreational route. Maryland offers the 13-mile Indian Head Rail Trail that winds through forest and wetlands.
The trail is flat and straight, and it's about 10-foot wide paved path, and it's regularly maintained by the county. The Indian Head Rail Trail follows a former railroad line built for supplies to the U.S. Navy's weapons facility.
We are embarking on the Warwick-Ephrata Rail Trail, or for short, they call it the WERT,
in the town of Lititz, Pennsylvania.
The trail is 7.5 miles long, connecting Lititz and Ephrata and Akron.
And if you don't bring your own bike, no worries. Lititz Bike Works has rentals available at both ends of the trail. The trail surface is mostly smooth and follows an old Reading Railroad line. The trail immediately takes you out of the bustling downtown into a peaceful Pennsylvania farmland, cornfields, and Amish country. It also throws random art and murals.
What's this?
Oh, this is called Gnome Village.
Okay, that's a nice feature right there.
We are in Easton, Maryland, and this is one of the most charming towns along the Chesapeake Bay waterway. Voted a top 10 best small town, and we have to agree it's very charming here. That is because they have a rail trail to bike that goes through this charming town.
We have these annoying guardrails. Cute little railroad station.
We think that this town is worth a visit.
Okay, here it is. You've made it. Finally, here are the two surprising rail trails.
Stunning.
We're in Siracusa. This is in Sicily, Italy. We're riding our bike, and we're going to hit some trails that go along the coastline. Rosanna, Majorca, cycle path. It may be short, just over 4 miles, but this path rides along the Syracuse coast is just breathtaking. It runs along cliffs, through old railroad tunnels, and offers spectacular views of the Ionian Sea.
You can see a little bit of Mount Etna in the distance. Now we're heading back to the town of Siracusa.
This is quite amazing. Parenzana Trail in Croatia, Slovenia, and Italy. This trail follows the route of a narrow gauge railway that once connected Trieste, Italy, and Poreč, Croatia. It winds through stunning Istrian landscapes, medieval hilltop towns, vineyards, and olive groves. It's pretty spectacular. Okay, there you go. 33 rail trails. Woof, we're tired. Hope you enjoyed it. Click that subscribe button to see more future rail trail videos. Hope to see you riding. Hope to see you riding.